All right, welcome, kings and queens. We're back in the palace, y'all. Listen, I had to come back. I had to come back. I got to give credit where credit is due. Good content is good content. Listen, Carlos King did his thing when it comes to this Lisa Raye interview. Carlos, this is your look. Stay with this. Leave your leading ladies alone. This, you did, I don't know, y'all. This was a good ass interview to me, in my opinion. It came across my YouTube. Actually, no, it came across my Instagram. It was like a trailer. Y'all, it was so good. I had to step away and watch the interview start to finish. Bravo, bravo, bravo. Literally. Excellent. Lisa Raye has won a new fan. I know Lisa Raye. Don't know that much about her, but I do, but I don't. So articulate. I mean, she executes her thoughts well. She's a great storyteller. By far, I am going to be locked in and watching Lisa Raye. To me, this is one of my second favorite interviews that Carlos King has done. Miss Lawrence interview with Carlos King about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks ago. I feel like Miss Lawrence gave so much good context. I mean, context to who he is, his life, what he's about. And one thing that I like that Miss Lawrence said is, hey, wait a minute, I support Black women. They are the nucleus, you know. But let's get to this interview. I don't want to waste a lot of time because we've got to get into it. This was such a good interview. Bravo to you, Lisa Raye. Thank you for inviting us into your life and just sharing a little bit about who you are. Listen, for those of you who are just tuned in, or if you're new to the channel, welcome to the palace. I am Queen Sheba. I cover a variety of hot topics specific to reality television, but most importantly, I hone in on the psychological and the behavioral traits of the Black experience.
Subscribe now.
We're just going to get right into it. You got to go to Carlos's page. I think the interview was over like an hour and 40 minutes. It was good, y'all, from start to finish. There was like nothing. It was so good. Oh my gosh. She talked Nicole Murphy cheating with her husband. Listen, these hoes ain't loyal. It ain't just when it comes to your husband. These baby, they move different. They not loyal in friendship. She talks about it and she breaks it down. I'm just going to highlight some of my favorite clips throughout the interview, give my live reaction and my recap in real time, but I encourage you to run over there now. It's good, in my opinion.
I don't want to stress you out by trying to keep up with my lifestyle that I already have and am accustomed to. I'm going to these restaurants just for lunch meetings, and it takes you your whole check to take me there.
Oh, listen, I don't want to stress you out about trying to keep up with my lifestyle that I already have. Listen, Lisa, you better say it.
You are still wanting a vacation for the weekend. I vacation and go on holiday for the month.
I'm going to leave that right there. I'm going to leave that right there. I am going to leave that right there.
Give it up for the Lisa Raye McCoy playing the role of Diamond. Did that affect you from booking? Did your ex ever sleep with one of your friends?
Mm-hmm.
Celebrity friends?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them?
Mm-hmm.
Were you?
Cha. So this is how the interview got started. Did your ex ever sleep with any of your friends? She said yes. Celebrity friends? Yes. More than one? Yes. A lot of them? Yes. Oh my gosh.
That I no longer wanted to do and be a part of.
You quit?
I love it. I absolutely love it. I like the way that she makes quick decisions. When she wasn't feeling something throughout the interview, she shared it wasn't working with her and that group of ladies. She had too much going on in her life, and she simply walked away very quickly and closed the door quickly. You see what I'm saying? We talk about that a lot over here in the palace. Close those doors quickly and close
So
them
what is ClickUp?
quietly.
ClickUp is an all-in-one production.
Close them quickly, honey, and close them quietly. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I love that. She's coming out strong in this interview. Let's continue. So in this next soundbite, Carlos starts talking about, how her beauty and how that actually she spoke about how her beauty, her physical aesthetics actually caused her to be typecast in Hollywood, and how people would give her roles to keep her where she was as opposed to giving her roles to stretch her. And Carlos is just basically complimenting her and asking her about her beauty. And in this part, she talks about it's not that big of a deal. I'm sorry. I accidentally hit the wrong button. But she said, just listen to it on your own. Here we go.
Me, because when I get those compliments, I'm almost like, okay, I get it. Or, yes, I've heard that before. I know that I'm not an ugly woman, but beauty to me is just a little bit of who you could be. Because what's so inside and with your attitude and
Girl, child, did she say attitude? What's inside of you? What's your attitude?
how the way that you treat people is so much bigger to me. What you have to offer is
Not only how you treat people, but what do you bring into the table by way of this conversation, this project? Who are you? What do you have to offer? I'm gonna let that one linger.
so much bigger than me because I have met a lot of people that are beautiful that you go, oh, and you have that stank face, like, you know what I mean? And it means nothing because you're going to walk away from that person just as well.
Yes, yes, yes.
I don't want that. I want people to really try to get to know me and give me a chance because when you give me a chance, I bet you'll be pleasantly surprised.
I just loved how she responded to that question. She's a firecracker in the most beautiful way. But let's go on to the next clip that I found very interesting.
I don't deserve to see that girl. That's my private life. You know, I got to keep something sacred. And I'm learning that more and more and more, even now. Just some of the rumors and some of the things that they talk about, I'm not even interested in talking about them anymore.
Yeah.
I don't care what you think. Yes, no, up, down, across the way. Okay. Business. You know what I mean? Like Tamala says. But when I don't play characters, you get a rawness that I need you to like and love too.
I love it. She's talking about her realness and her rawness as a woman and the genuineness of her behind the scene when she steps from behind the camera, the lights and the action. That there's a part to her that's very, very gentle, very loving, very giving. However, she protects it because everybody doesn't get to see that girl. And I love it. Protect access to you. Women should. You should protect who has access to you. Not everybody should have access to you, especially if you are a woman of resources, a woman of talent, and a woman that has a lot to offer.
Yes.
Were you sexually attracted to him?
Now, this pause right here tells me no, that she probably wasn't, but Lisa Raye understood the assignment about marrying her husband. Let's continue.
We had a one night stand.
Oh,
When he came to get me, we had an 18-hour date that was fantastic. And
Explain to me this 18-hour date. I had a 3-hour one the other day.
No.
And I thought a 3-hour date was good. You telling me 18 hours?
I was in Jamaica hosting a whole entire week in hedonism. And he said to me,
let me back up because I feel like I missed a part. Hold on. 34.
Right. Hindsight is always 2020.
mm-hmm.
Did you ignore some of the signs? Were the signs there and you chose to ignore it because you were too busy trying to, be first lady and you were in love?
No and no. On both of those. I was not in love.
Bloop. Bloop. Listen, that blew me away in the most beautiful way because, listen, not every. I'm going to just, you know what? This is a mature adult conversation. The lady said, I did not get married for love. I got married as an understanding. She understood the assignment. She understood her value. She understood her worth. And she understood exactly what type of man she would need to pick in order to compliment her, what she needed, what she wanted, and what she deserved. Let me skip to the rest, and we are almost done. You've got to go check out the full interview.
Why waste your time dating somebody who is not going to elevate your life? And
Not even just that. But here's the thing. I don't want to stress you out by trying to keep up with my lifestyle that I already have and am accustomed to. Why? Because if I'm going to these restaurants just for lunch meetings and it takes you your whole check to take me there, I don't want to stress you out. You cannot hang with me. You are still wanting a vacation for the weekend. I vacation and go on holiday for the month.
You cannot hang with me. Why would I try to stress you out? Listen, I'm going to let that linger. I'm going to park that. And I feel like somebody needs to hear that. Let's move on. 47, 41. Carlos is just eating it up, child. This little interview.
That I named. Normally, all those other things at the bottom come with that type of men.
Mm-hmm.
Because businessmen move differently, more strategic than the rest. Because their moves, they have a lot on the line to lose if they make the wrong decision.
We talk about this every Wednesday morning on the corporate segment. Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow morning for Wednesday morning coffee talk in the Palace corporate segment. Businessmen move different. They have a lot to lose. They're more strategic. They pick differently, and they're very decisive. Y'all ready for the next clips? All right, I think we got 2 more.
So I thought, but if we're not friends anymore, then let me know that. Then I know how to play you. But I was thinking that we were cool. We not cool? Just let me know.
Girl, Lisa talk about friends that you think you cool with, but they moving differently, but you ain't said nothing. Because if we not, let me know so I can know how to move on you. I can respect it. I can respect it, Lisa. Y'all, let's go to the next clip because she really starts to open up a little bit more about her life. Hold on, give me 1 second.
We're okay. Thank you. Why would you? You got to have some kind of coof, and he had none. And it was like they would call me and go, First Lady, we have someone here at the house and Premier's not here and we don't know what to do. She's inviting people over. What should I do? And I would go, what's her name?
Hold on. Lisa Raye, you mean to tell me this man's mistresses will come to your home with her friends and try to take over the house while you were living there?
And
come to your home and try to take over your house. Let that linger. Somebody, she was married, but I want this to be bigger than this conversation. How are you going to try to go to somebody else's home and take over their house? Her husband was cheating to the point that the mistresses start showing up to the mansion, which is equivalent to the White House in the US of A, right? In Turks and Caicos. She said, "Hi, you got to watch the ones that are trying to come to your home and take over your shit."
And they didn't know how to. All they were doing was partying.
They didn't know how to.
And that's easy for you to think that that's what it takes to be a successful, wife to someone that's successful too, that we just party, with a purpose. But that's not all to it. You're not just destroying a marriage. You're destroying a couple that has a position in this country. That's different. That's added on responsibility.
That's it. That's all. Let's go to the next segment. I promise I wasn't going to keep you all long. Give me 1 second.
Say, that was then, and this is now.
The best side hustle to do
Child, they eating me up.
To that, Nicole Murphy had relations with your ex-husband. Were you two friends?
Birthday parties. I've been to her house. She was at my bachelorette party. But you know what? At that time, my mother told me then. She said, but you got to watch down there.
Here's the interesting thing about what she's sharing. I think this is a little bit more than cheating about people who come close within your vicinity to try to betray you, just to get close, right? To learn the lay of the land so that they can see what you got and try to and find a way to try to infiltrate and betray you because their eyes are focused not on what God has for them, but what you have and how they can sneak it away from you. So Nicole Murphy was at her bachelorette party right there. And then later on started sleeping with her husband. I'm going to let that marinate. Let's hear the rest.
And I was like, who? I said, the one dancing? She said, yes, that's Eddie Murphy's wife. She said, you got to watch that one.
Current wife.
And even though Lisa's intuition didn't say watch her mother's intuition said you need to watch that one right there. Come to find out, her mother was spot on. Sometimes it's not you that gets the notion about those not to trust in your circle. It could come by way of somebody else that you trust, somebody else that's lived a little bit longer that said, watch that one. And her mother told her to watch Nicole Murphy. And even though Nicole Murphy appeared to be on the same level, two women that had their own men, two women that have their own thing going, boom. Because see, sometimes they don't pose a threat. Because you look like, no, she got her stuff, I got mine. But mama said, no, watch her. And guess what? Mama was right. Let's go to the next clip. Give me 1 second.
I had reasons to want to do it. You know what I mean? I knew that he wasn't going to do anything shabby. I knew he was going to do something with integrity. I knew that this was going to be a grown show. And who don't like love? I like love like everybody else. And if I woulda, coulda, shoulda, then let's do it. If not, then I'm not losing anything. I had a great time filming it. The fellas was wonderful. Producers and director, marvelous. Yeah, they helped me get through the death of my mom and the death of my aunt, which happened when I was filming. So but this is something. And I was like,
I had to rewind that because I wasn't sure what I was trying to highlight here, but let's just see.
sold. You know, I had never worked with Peacock before, a reputable network, you know, and I said, absolutely. And you make moves.
Let me pause it. This was so powerful. What she's talking about is how opportunity knocked and opportunity came and found her. Let that marinate. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. Opportunity found her by way of reputable people, a good production team, somebody with a little bit more experience. Let me rewind it.
You know, and I called him, was like, bravo, brother, bravo. You know what I mean? And so there's still relationship there.
Yeah.
You know, now do I want to be in his next film? Yes, I do. But I'll be waiting.
Fight Night Part 2.
Hello. You know, so I had reasons to want to do it. You know what I mean? I knew that he wasn't going to do anything shabby. I knew he was going to do something with integrity. I knew that this was going to be a grown show. And who don't like love? I like love like everybody else. And if I woulda, coulda, shoulda, then let's do it. If not,
So she's talking about the Queen's Court. She's on season 2 and how that opportunity came to her by way of Will Packer. And she said part of the reason she said yes, even though she didn't have all of the details, number one, she knew he wasn't going to do anything that was not shabby, anything she couldn't trust. And she said yes. She took a chance and it was a wonderful experience for her. I just thought this was a phenomenal interview. Make sure you go over there, tune in and watch. I don't know. It was good to me on a grown woman level. So if you understand and if you appreciate grown women wisdom, grown women dialogue, this is a great interview that you should pull up on and check it out. All right, let's take it to the chat. Let me know what your thoughts are. I'm curious.